Yes, so good evening, guys, and welcome to the Cardano Ghana Developer Onboarding Workshop uh, sign up update. So basically, as indicated, this call is primarily just going to be an update on the registration progress or the recruitment progress regarding the number of participants we expect to have at the Cardano Ghana Onboarding Workshop, Developer Onboarding Workshop. And so, for specifics, this is for the first. This first event is for the Tamale session, which is scheduled for 15 February. If you are not sure of the date, but we are looking at 15 February, which is Saturday, going to happen at Hopin Academy. Hopin is actually a tech hub based in Tamale here. And for those of you who are familiar, we've had several of our meetups over there, and it is going to still be at the same place where we're having the onboarding event. So first thing first, I would just want to highlight a little. For those of you who don't know, I am Mohammed Mustafa Yakubu, and I'm a Cardano ambassador officially, and also the co-founder of Cardano Ghana community. And basically, what we do is to, spread awareness of Cardano blockchain and to also drive adoption initiatives to let people understand and get educated and also understand the use cases, practical uses of Cardano blockchain and just general blockchain applications so that overall we'll be able to appreciate the significance of blockchain technology. And of course, talk to the relevant stakeholders and key people, key leaders in our communities to adapt to blockchain technology. And so basically, that's what we are doing since 2022. Yeah, let me say since 2022, but officially the hub or the community started in launch was launched in 2023, somewhere in November. And so I mean, but most majority of our strength actually come from Project Catalyst. And if you know Project Catalyst is actually the innovation fund, grant fund of the Cardano ecosystem. So basically, builders such as programmers, developers, educators go to Project Catalyst and submit ideas, submit proposals, and get funded to be able to launch real world solutions that will impact Cardano ecosystem. And so it's been running since from Fund 2 up to Fund 13 now. And so we're anticipating that hopefully Fund 14 will be rolled out very soon in this year, so that those of you who may have interest can participate in that. But this is something that we will talk about during our workshop. So no need to spend time there. All right. So having said that, let me just acknowledge a few people here. Fidelia Ayabila is one of the active, contributor to the Cardano Ghana community, as well as Nana Safo and Seidu, who I think will join us shortly, as well as Richmond and I mean Alassane Osman. These are key people that have been very supportive for some time now. And so, if you don't see some of them, but definitely you will meet one or two of them, either Tamale, Accra, or Kumasi, yeah, throughout these activities. Anyway, so I'll just pull out something. What I just have to do is to pull out some charts from the registration sheet to guide us, have some understanding regarding what has transpired so far. Maybe I'll just share that. Let me just share in that screen and then have you appreciate something. So this is a chart I'm trying to show for us to just if you can see on my screen in terms of registration of by sex or gender, we had 76, so totally 76 responses that we've got, and out of that 42.1% are female and then 57.9% are male. And that is really inspiring. It's actually my first time seeing like an event getting a lot of sign up from the female wing, and that is very admin, especially when this is a developer focused event, and so I'm really looking forward to having more female selected at the end to join the workshop. So that's that for the gender breakdown. Now, are you a dev? So out of the 76 responses, we had yes, 72.4% said yes, they are developers, and just 27.6 are not developers. And I want to clarify something here. for formality or for official purposes, the project actually seeks to benefit, or the beneficiaries are developers. And so, if you know how Catalyst works with milestone reviewers. These are people just like they are like monitoring and evaluation experts or people that have been recruited to support the the mill processes of the Catalyst ecosystem. And so when we execute an event or a milestone, we have to submit evidences. And of course, part of that we'll have to share the attendance sheet. And sharing the attendance sheets, reviewers will have to ensure that all the 50 target participants are devs or developers. And so at this point, we it may be difficult for us to actually admit those who are not developers. Of course, you may have the potential, but it may be difficult because the project seeks to engage and onboard developers into the space. And so, if someone probably has maybe answered it wrongly, could just reach out and let us know. Okay, I'm a dev, but maybe you had some hesitations or some other thoughts that may influence you to answer no in your attempt to fill in the form. But that's just that for the are you a dev question. Now, in terms of location, so we have Tamale, as you can see, Tamale flowing, but just that we were specific. We wanted to just know the specific community. So there's Kpalisi Tamale, there's Yankpala, there's Bilipsala, there's Nima Kakwaile, my area. There's Ujung, there's Fort Tamale, Nyankpala, Kpalisi is also here again. Changle, Bomahago, Bewa Residential. Some are from Target, Dohani, Navrungo. There's someone coming from Navrungo Upper East. Wow. So some of these things, the focus is actually northern region, Tamale specifically. But anyway, we'll look at the person's application. If the person will be able to make it to the workshop, we'll also see how we can support person to come. So that is why we have to go do some, you know, some review of the registrations. Now there's Kataraga, there's Gurugu, Accra too, signing up for this. Yes, we'll be in Accra in April, so maybe Accra person should just possibly relax, and then when it's time for Accra session, of course, the links, Accra links and the Kumasi links are currently active. And so the person we advise that those coming from Accra Kumasi should head over to the links and sign up for that instead of trying to join the Tamale event. Now we have someone from Tunaile, Tipoli, Bilpshala, Bamfum, Malshao, and then it goes like that. Spoiler from so several people develop. Okay, so that's the end of the location. There's UTS Dungu, Gumani. Now, languages that you are familiar with. Now, most people may got frightened. Okay, you ask me if I'm a deaf or not, then I answer yes. Then you ask again whether which languages I'm familiar. So Python had about 35 people saying okay, they are familiar with Python. 33 saying that, which translated into about 43%. Then 18 people just said they are familiar with Java, 7% React, HTML the highest, I think so, 49 people, which is about 64.5%, and then C plus was 15, CSS 32. Yeah, so that's a breakdown of the language familiarity from the participants. That's really impressive. And I'm sure most of these people are, from the Web2 dev experience. Now, this was for future project planning purposes. You have an experience with Haskell, Malawi, or Solidity, and these are blockchain focused programming languages. 81.6 said no, which is not actually surprising because most of us from Ghana here, we really do not have that much experience in terms of blockchain programming. So, but 18.4 say yes, they have some experience. Maybe it could be beginner experience, intermediate. And so we'll see. But this is just not for even the, but just to let us plan, possibly maybe in the future for Kadaro Ghana events. We try to have, some other focus, some other specific trainings for people that may want to learn these three core programming languages. Now, any evidence of your dev experience. So, of course, to verify that we needed some links or portfolios or certificates or just some track record that yeah, people, have. And, this a lot of people share their GitHub repositories. Some sent certificates that they've had from programming workshops. Some also shared Arbitrum. This is yeah, Arbitrum, portfolio. Yeah, so we'll look at all this so that it will help us verify experience of the registered developers. Now, of course, very important. Do you have a laptop or smartphone for participation? Out of the 76 responses, 98.7, 98. So that's just about 75 people. So only one person, it means only one person said, I don't have. There's a person here, no. So maybe we can contact the person individually and find out what. But unfortunately, if you actually don't have a smartphone or laptop that can access the internet to participate in it, it may be difficult because this is basically a virtual, experiment. Virtual experiment. You will have to be, clicking. There's a lot of clicks in this, and not just traditional way of doing stuff. Now, how do you hear about the event? 38.2 friend or colleague. I see. That's really amazing. And the social media has the highest, all right. But from referral or colleagues telling people at the events, it's having about 38, and that's really amazing. That's really amazing. And so, I mean, this is just to help us know how people, come across our events for us to be able to do so. Now, I consent to having my name and picture shared publicly, such as event announcement, social media and promotion. Of course, when we are having the event, there's going to be coverage, picture taken, videos to be posted on our YouTube handle. So we need to seek consent of participants before that is done. So again, 75 said, I mean, they are okay having that their names and even their picture shared public. Whereas just one person saying he or she may not be comfortable with that. Now, I want to be reminded of future Cardano blockchain conferences and activities happening in Ghana and beyond. So 100% say yes, they want to be reminded. They want to still know what is happening or what is coming up or what is going to be cooking for the future. So that's that for the insights. The rest are just the individual details that I wouldn't want to share because of data privacy. But these are basically the chart breakdown of what has transpired so far. So thank you very much for that. I will just stop sharing my screen and then we can take some expectations. What I want to do is that at least some few participants will just jump on here and see one or two expectations they have towards the events, what they seek to learn. This is their first time hearing about Cardano. Just, some few things, and then we see how we can make progress or even questions regarding that. So the floor is open. Whoever has something to say, you can just raise your hand, then we call on you to share your expectation, make your addition. There's a chat there. Okay, 45 for any is alarming. Yeah, 45 for not applicable. So that's the thing too about the sign-ups. You see people here say, yes, I am a dev, but when you ask for evidence, not applicable. So how do we verify the experience? How do we verify the experience? At least you will need to just have some proof. It could be even an article you've ever written somewhere. Then you can just go and pull out the link and share. That way it works. All right. So I'm waiting for guys to put up their hands and be called here. But we just come off mute. But while we wait for that, maybe Delia or Nana for Richmond, if you have something to add, few comments, and we continue. Alice, can you mute your? Let me see if I can put you on mute. There's a background for sound. Okay. Yeah. So anyone questions, expectations, any concerns, any doubts? When will the workshop be held? Hop In Academy. Um, Hop In is just adjacent. SWAT fast food on the Mariam Hotel Street. When you are from Chow Runabout, you know when? Okay, 15th, please. The date is February 15th, 2025. It's gonna be Saturday, so that's just like 9 a.m. Please. Rebecca is on the chat. It's going to start at 9, but let's put 8 a.m. so that we can report early. It's good to have it started, like report early. So let's work with 8 a.m. please, so that at least by 9 we can just start the workshop and you know do a lot. So finally, by Monday, I expect to have the list sent out, those that are selected, and the team will follow up with some communications regarding the preparations towards that. So, just sit and relax and make up your minds to learn. When was that? That was on Friday. Please, can you give the direction again? Okay, so it's adjacent SWAT fast food. Hoping it's just around. It's at the agri residential areas. If you know SWAT fast food, will be coming from Yankwala. Well, accepting new members for now will be difficult because already we've had over sign up, and it may be difficult to accept participants now. Maybe in the near future, because this is something that we have logistics plan for. I'm trying to get the hopping coordinates on the map to share. If you are coming from Nyankpala, I'm also in Nyankpala, so we can go together. Sharif. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I know. I think are you from Nyankpala UDS campus? When was that? On Friday, I was at the Web3 event and I met two people when I was after the event in the evening. I was coming home, then two people joined me to New Hampshire to take pride tricycle to Nyankpala. But Nyankpala, because it's a bit outskirts from Tamale. And I asked them whether IT programs there. They told me yes, they are reading computer science at UDS Nyankpala campus. Okay, Yehuza Baku, please mute yourself for us. No, I register first. I register now. Yehuza. So hop in. Yeah. Agri residential area. It's actually very easy to locate. Those of you come from Yankpara, once you get to Chowran, if you get to Nyohane, if you get to Nyohane roundabout, you can just head to the Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium and take the street. Now, from Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium, you go towards the Chinatown, that new mall that was opened from the Chinatown, which is just around the Dr. Chow roundabout. Then after the Chow roundabout, you cross the roundabout and goes towards Mariam Hotel or Nobisco route. So if you take that street to Mariam Hotel, there's a junction on your left that goes to Mariam Hotel. You abandon that and head straight. So you head straight towards agri traffic. So it's just like 100 meters. So 100 meters from the Mariam Hotel junction, you will see Hop In Academy on your left. That is if you are coming from Chua. But from town, you have to get to agri traffic, and then you go after agri traffic, you head towards Catholic Guest House. So yes, I think it's just 200 meters away from Catholic Guest House. And from agri traffic, Hop In will be on your right. Okay, there's a question here. Please, can you make the meeting recorded available on WhatsApp page since someone? Yes, it will be shared. I think the recording started right from the beginning of the call. But why are people not interested to talk? Anyway, it's fine. I'll send link to our email so we can join again. The link was probably changed or something. No, it's actually a Telegram link. Okay, so let me bring that out. The platform for the Tamale events. Let me see if I can get the link for people to join. Telegram. Let's pull it out. Let's share. So this for the Tamale participant group. So if you tap on this, it takes you to the participants page on Telegram, and then that can happen. But I think I shared a link to volunteers. If you are a volunteer here, those who just recently joined us as volunteers, we just want you to have a feel of this. And probably later we can have our own call. So yeah, so that is that. Maybe people are waiting to know whether they are being accepted or not. But as the rundown was given, um, we'll just stick to actually the insights you provided. I mean, your locations, your experience, the the proofs that you shared, and that will just allow us to be able to know. And one thing I want to say is that I actually have a lot of hope and expectation for active participation in this, not just during the event, but even after the event, because onboarding basically when they onboard you onto something, the next thing is action. And so if you come to the onboarding workshop, it's knowledge that we're going to share. So after sharing that knowledge, and the essence of learning is for practice or application. So we expect that we take it up upon ourselves and do a lot of digging and exploration, meeting people. And of course, in this age and era now, we are now in an information age, and information is moving rapidly within seconds. So people shouldn't have difficulty in collaborating, in networking, in meeting others from different backgrounds. Once you have your smart device and internet access, you can actually do a lot of things online these days. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is something that we shouldn't actually spend much time. I'll just end it here. If there are no further concerns or questions, tomorrow is Sunday. By Monday, we'll have the the final meal, or those that are selected will be invited, or be informed, and then we can start making preparations towards them. That'll be it from my end. But any question, addition, someone will say subtraction or multiplication. Yeah, let's hear from you. Okay, Nana.
Hello.
Yes.
Someone has raised their hand.
Who is that? Raised and dropped.
No, go ahead, Sharif. I'll come after you.
All right. So I am Sheriff. So actually, it's a great opportunity. Nowadays, I've been looking forward to going into the world of blockchain, Web3 thereabouts. So I'm sure this will be a program that I'll really learn a lot from. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot and also meeting people who are also in this field so that we network and share a lot of ideas together. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry, for sharing. Good to learn about your interest. So we hope to stay in touch. All right, Nana Safo. Any thoughts to share?
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, Anna.
Yes, Yoda.
Uh-huh. I joined quite late, so I was hoping if I can get just a quick summary of what happened.
Well, this call is recorded, so it will be shared, please. Then you can
Oh,
just
okay.
Yeah, take care. We'll
All
watch it.
right. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so I was going to say that just as Sharif said, there are individuals who have profound interest in advancing their Web2 knowledge into Web3 knowledge. And usually coming by opportunities like this is a bit difficult because it is not something that a lot of entities are actually interested in it, particularly if you look at, the setting of Ghana and our position as far as Web3 and blockchain is concerned, you realize that there are no policies that really support education of, Ghanaians about blockchain and Web3. So it makes it difficult for institutions and entities to take it up and, leverage on the opportunities available to ensure that Ghanaians are, being engaged as far as Web3 is concerned. But believe you me, the world is on a faster pace progressing towards Web3, and Web2 very soon will become a kick. So it is very necessary for any individual who is a developer in the Web2 space to look out for ways and means he or she can integrate themselves into the Web3 ecosphere. So I'm very glad that this opportunity, has unveiled, and also interested about the fact that in just 2 days, about 75 people have registered to attend the event. It is very encouraging. At least it gives the organizers the feel that people are eager to take up such opportunities, but they barely come across it. But I just want to, air this to the registrants that don't let it be just a registration for registration's sake. Do your best to show up for the event itself, participate in the activities, and like Mustafa said, you need to be extremely proactive even after the event. Post-event, you need to be proactive in the ecosphere because there are a lot of opportunities around flying here and there. But if you are not proactive in terms of engagement, in terms of creating connections, in terms of approaching and taking risks, then you wouldn't be able to leverage on any of them. So I just want to use this opportunity to encourage you. If you have registered, do well to show up for the event itself, and then also participate in the activities that will be going on at the event's time. And even after the event, do well to participate in any sort of activities that comes up. Do a lot of research. I know Ghanaians, a lot of Ghanaians hardly like to research or even read. They always want to be told. But there is this adage that goes like, if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. That is actually one tool that has been used over and over again since the days of our ancestors. And it is up onto us as Gen Zs to change the narrative, right? So I just want to urge on you, do some reading. Even before you come for the event, do some reading about, Web3 and blockchain development, right? And because we are going to focus more on Cardano, you can do some research about Cardano development languages. You obviously come across Bluetooth, Haskell, Marlow, and the rest. Read about them. You don't need to be practically good about it, just theoretically read about them, have some knowledge so that you'll be able to ask insightful questions that would actually help your course of study and participation. So yeah, I would look forward to seeing each and every one, the 75 people who have registered thus far, and then also hopefully, get the chance to interact with you, engage with you, and learn from each and every one what really, your vision is as far as Web3 and blockchain is concerned. And also perhaps share mine so that you can take one or two inspirations out of it, and also help your journey as you go by. So yeah, thanks. I'm happy to be on this particular call, and I look forward to seeing all of you. on the set date of the event. I might not be there in person. Maybe I'll join online if there's provision for that. Other than that, we'll surely meet one way or the other. Right. So yeah, thank you for having me here.
Thank you very much, bro. That was really inspiring, And as writer put it, I couldn't agree more. The world is drastically changing due to technology, day in, day out. I mean, you see a lot of innovation, disruptive technologies. And I was actually listening to some, blockchain experts saying that the banks that have been resistant to adapting, they should quicken to adapt, blockchain. Otherwise, it will disrupt them. Just like how, Uber disrupted a lot of, local taxi transport means. So you either adapt or you get pushed away. You understand? Because it's coming with, forces. It's coming with forces. That's why they are called disruptive technologies. It comes and change everything. And even within the same technologies, there are disruptions too. Different innovations. Blockchains are also disrupting others. And recently, we just see what this DeepSeek is actually coming to do with ChatGPT. And so that's just how um, disruptive innovations are springing up in this space now. And as Narasafo mentioned it, if you look at the rate at which the world is moving, very smart, very fast, and AI is everywhere now, Internet of Things. We want to do away with several traditional way of doing things. I mean, the way we learn, the way we work, the way we transact, the way we do a lot of things are changing. And blockchain is actually even going to be the one that's going to quicken this and make us even more convenient, gives the world a very better, economic systems, better social systems, better political systems. And that's actually for me one thing I'm actually passionate about blockchain. It's not just the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are just one application of blockchain technology. I mean, we're looking at the governance processes of our nations. We're looking at how our leaders make decisions, how our leaders handle our resources. Are they accountable to us? Do they involve us in decision making in our generation as young people? Are we involved? Does the youth have the voices being heard? And these are things that we have to ourselves learn about and be able to make a good case to the relevant stakeholders, to the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of, Communications and Technology. I mean, if we don't put ourselves put ourselves in a good shape, it will be very difficult for us to even petition, to even advocate for our rights. And that is why education is very, very important at this core. I mean, at this stage of the journey. I mean, for 12 years or near or over now, over a decade now, when Satoshi came out with this ideology, and it's a reality today. And there's a lot of amazing stuff. I mean, people when they hear, yes, I mean the price is also another thing. I mean, from you look at how BTC, Ethereum, and others are growing in terms of the market cap. I mean, over $1 trillion, over trillions, trillions of dollar industry, and you can imagine the amount of wealth that is in this space. And so we're not just interested in that, but we want to look at how blockchain or Cardano itself can help drive growth. I mean, in several sectors, in academia or in education, in commerce, in supply chain, in a lot of things, that can help us grow. And of course, Web3 is coming to empower us, because if we want a true governance model should be governance for the people. The power should be given back to the person or to the individual to rightly own their assets, to rightly own their resources and manage it very well. When was that? I was doing a transaction, and in a bank, can you imagine, like, automatic teller machine, ATM? You can't use an ATM and withdraw over 10,000 cedis in a day. So if I need like 15,000 to just do something, Ghana cedis, I will have to wait the next day to cash out, or I just go to the banking hall. And the banking hall closes at 4 p.m. So right after 4 p.m. UTC, I cannot have access to the banking hall again. And if you need an urgent money or cash, do anything, you will not be able to do it. So these are still challenges. Why will it be so difficult for someone to withdraw their funds from their bank? Why will it be difficult? And on Friday too, I think I was going to cash a check, and no, that was on Thursday, or when no Wednesday. I was going to cash a check, and the processes had to go through. I mean, we're going to verify the check, we're going to verify your Ghana card, where a lot of bureaucratic process just in the bank, and you will spend like close to 1 hour in the bank to cash a check. These are the challenges that are plaguing our financial systems and our financial institutions. But look at how cryptocurrencies gives us it's so liberal. It's peer to peer. There's no intermediary. It's trying to disintermediate. It's you just transact with the person, you send and receive. I mean, the only intermediary that we have is this escrow platform or an exchange where the exchange plays an escrow role, and then you transact with it, and that's where the trust is because it's blockchain. You are transacting on, and the blockchain itself nobody can tamper with it. Even the exchange that you are transacting cannot do anything with your funds because it's actually leaving a one blockchain network to another, or it's leaving one blockchain. It is going to transact it on the same blockchain network. If it is Cardano chain, if it is a BNB chain, if it's like Ethereum chain, that is it. The whatever fees that you are now paying, you pay your fees and get your transaction executed. So there's a lot of problems. In fact, because we are young people, there are a lot of things that we are not privy to. But even the oldies or the allies, when you sit with them and explain some of these things, they themselves will tell you that it's. I mean, they themselves are suffering. Businesses, small and medium enterprises are suffering with taxes, with a lot of difficulties. When was the last week? I read someone he owns an NGO, and he was lamenting about how a particular bank in Ghana treated them. They were fooling them to just open a business account for a purpose. And it took them a lot of days to open a business account. Fortunately, they changed, they were referred to another bank. And that bank took within 24 hours to do that. Within 24 hours. And what was the challenge? KYC process, know your customer. They asked them for a lot of documents. Before they could get them sign up on it. And they apparently they have to leave them. And then the man came online and was venting, and the bank, got notice of it, came and was apologizing here and there. So for the challenges, they are there. And I mean, we as the future leaders, we need to brace up, prepare ourselves, because tomorrow we'll be in the positions of authority to make decisions for the country and for the next generation. So yeah, Nana, come on.
Yeah, so I mean, Mustafa has said a lot about your challenges. Um, I mean, as much as you may want to pay attention to the challenges, I also want you, I mean, and if I say you here, I'm referring to you, the one who has registered for this event, to also pay attention to the opportunities that are available, especially that's the ones that come with job and employment. There is a lot of opportunities that if you are a Web3 developer, it's available for you. So yeah, don't go about thinking, what would I get out of this? What do I stand to gain, after, spending time to learn this Web3 stuff? No, there is a lot of opportunities for you to actually leverage and also build a suitable and reputable reputation and portfolio as you grow. So, look out for that and, put 100% commitment and passion in it. And I'm sure you would actually, grow big in the ecosystem and, make a lot of goodies for yourself and your family.
Thank you. Thanks for that addition. All right, so sure we've gotten something. If there's anything, someone just raise your hand, say it. But if there's none, was just an update call. And of course, update, but we ended up actually inspiring ourselves, giving ourselves some reflection, inputs. And that's amazing. So I think we'll just call it in an evening. Then we'll reconvene later. If not online again, but maybe at the event, hopefully. So thank you very much for coming, especially Nana, Fidelia, and Richmond. for unveiling yourselves. Sure, CD wasn't able to join, but because this was more of like a quick call, so we actually didn't expect it. But thankfully, this is on record, so we'll share that for people to catch up. So thank you very much, guys, for making it, and we look forward to having a very inspiring Cardano Ghana developer onboarding workshop with you guys. Thank you again, and see you on the other side.